Tonight, my dear friends, as we begin with a beautiful message taken from the golden pages of the Ganesh Puran, it is said, Baba Ganapati his name has been expounded in so many different scriptures. Not only in Lord Ganesh Puran, but in many different scriptures of the universe, the name of Lord Ganesha stands first. Remember, he's called Adi Pujam Ganadhyaksham, the Lord who is worshipped first and foremost in any prayer, in any puja, and in any ventya. As the yajna began tonight, Ganesh Chaturthi simply means the birth of Lord Ganesha. When we celebrate the birth of Lord Ganesha, according to the stars, the nakshatras of the universe, Chaturthi, Chatur means how much? Char is how much? Ek, do, teen, char, 4. It is said Chaturthi falls on the 4th star on the 4th day, the birth of Lord Ganesha. I had mentioned where today now, as yesterday was the 4th day or the 4th star, today marks the 5th day and the 5th star. And that star is a star that is dedicated to the great rishis that is called Rishi Panchami. Probably coincidence, we are doing yajna by a rishi. And today marks the beginning of Rishi Panchami offerings. What is the purpose of Rishi Panchami? To all the women here tonight is dedicated to you. How? It is said when the Ganesh Utsav festival begins, on that 4th day, Chaturthi, the birth of Lord Ganesha begins. On the 5th day, that is called Panchami, Rishi Panchami. Rishi in itself represents the Sapta Rishis, or the 7 great sages of the universe. And with the 7 great sages of the universe, it is dedicated to the woman. How? To all the women here tonight. Have there ever come a time where you're preparing for a puja in your home, and all of a sudden you become unclean and you can't do the puja? But you force somewhere or the other and you decide, well, you know what, well, we don't prepare so much already, we must try something somewhere or the other. Well, I give you a little hint tonight as well. Probably many people in Trinidad don't know, but when I was in southern India, there was a huge mandir called Meenakshi Temple. And in Meenakshi Temple, that mandir had a beautiful Durga Devi Murti, where that Durga Mata was like 75 feet tall. And many devotees who would come there to worship Durga Mata were only ladies, because men were not allowed to interfere with Devi Mata. While ladies would run the mandir, I was there and I asked the question, so isn't that at some point something must happen? What happens when an individual becomes unclean to worship Devi Mata? And then the answer was given. Some people might agree, some Pundits might agree with me, some may not, but I saw with my eyes. It is said that they were given limes to use as that remedy. What about the lime? It is said to perform internal cleansing. For that simple process of just a puja, they would take a little bit of lime and they will then suck that lime to get the juice within. Lime cuts anything. They will then take that lime and they will cut it in 4 and they will then put it into water and they will bathe with it. Inner cleansing and outer cleansing. And then they will take a lime and they will tie it on their urni and they will perform their ritual. And at the end of the puja, that lime will be then taken into the waters. Can you stop that process? As a woman, you cannot. If you've sacrificed your time and your efforts and your energy, and that moment's come, then what do? This is what you do. However, in research to the Ganesh Puran, it is said in this time of the Ganesh Utsav, on the 5th day, which is the Panchami day, today is called Rishi Panchami. If by some chance you would have fallen short by performing an offering and you were unclean, if by some chance, then today it is said, on that day you would have built an aura around you, and that aura would have been called Rajaswala Dosha. Rajaswala Dosha. That is the aura of impurities that would have then surrounded you, because you performed puja being unclean. The only time you can cleanse yourself from that dosha, that Rajaswali dosha, is on the 5th day, which is today, by whispering in the air of Lord Ganesha. The only day in the whole year. If by chance you did it by mistake, if by chance you want to bring back purity to yourself, you walk up to Lord Ganesh Baba in this day that is called Rishi Panchami, and you speak in his air, and he draws everything. It is the only thing and the only way you can break that circle of Rajashwali dosa. It is the only means of breaking that spell, as we were to call it. Today is the day. So to all you women, today you're given the opportunity to pray to Lord Ganesh Baba even more. It is said on a day like today also, agree or don't agree, Rajashwali dosha creates an aura of negativity, and one of the other ways of breaking that spell is where the wife must put the husband sit down and she must wash his feet. Jai Narayan. So I remember once when I big up the men and I say, well, hey, ladies have to wash the man foot and so on. Then afterwards when I came down from here, Jai Narad. Then all the ladies surrounded me. So what about the men washing me foot to Amle? Today is the day where the woman washed the feet of the men to break that spell. It is only the day of Rishi Panchami. So as we begin our katha, we begin by understanding the greatness of this auspicious day. While indeed as well, today we will praise Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganapati has taken birth in the world and he will create many pastimes. When you hear of all the other gods, you hear of their life story, you hear of their greatness through the divine form. What about the childhood days of Ganapati Baba? What about the baby days of Lord Ganesha? The day has come and his birthday has come around. Just like yesterday, Chaturthi has come and he's celebrating his birthday. How do you choose to celebrate your birthday? When your birthday rolls around, what do you ask for? If your birthday were to be tomorrow, what will you ask for? Rishi, what will you ask for? What will you ask for your birthday? It is said the birth of Lord Ganesh has come. Baba is celebrating his birthday and there he makes a call to his mother. Parvati Mata, Maya, today is my birthday, don't forget, You know when your birthday coming, like to tell everybody, hey, don't forget next week, Lord Ganesh Baba says, my birthday is coming around and for my birthday, Ma, I want you to make 21 different types of food for me to eat. You see, Ma, I want to eat my belly full. Who studies their belly first? Lord Ganesha. Probably some of we too. Ganesh Baba studies his belly first and foremost and he says, you know what, Ma? For my birthday, I want you to feed me well. Tonight, we are here. Check on Laddu Idhavya. Baba is celebrating his birthday in a grand festive way for all these days of the Ganesh Utsav. And every night, so much Laddu will be given to the Lord. It is said Ganesh Baba went to his mother's realm, Parvati Mata, and there he sat down with the mother, and the mother fed her son. She fed her child. She says, child, you requested 21 different types of dishes. I will give you all. And when she prepared the dishes, it is said the Lord partook of everything. He ate everything that he saw, and after eating, if you eat 21 different kind of food, how will you get? Take a look. Or probably if you look around, you might see a little few Ganesha now too. If you eat 21 different kind of food, what will happen? You'll get a big tummy. The kahanis of Lord Ganesh goes like this. Lord Ganesh eats 21 different kinds of food. Bear in mind, it is said these 21 different kinds of food represented something. It is said with the tummy of Lord Ganesha, he tried to show the world that within my entire being, I will hold the entire universe. For with 21 different types, 21 would represent 7 hemispheres of the above region, 7 hemispheres of the nether worlds, and 7 hemispheres right here. How do we have different realms and hemispheres? We hear it in the mantra. Mantra goes like this. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Diyo Yona. Loudly one time boliye. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. क्या बात, बहुत ही सुंदर है. भर्गो देवस्य ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न. Understand the realms of the universe. Om Bhuva Swaha. The sun can only shine in Bhu, Bhuvan, Swaha. But there's Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam, all the different realms of the universe. And while it is said Lord Ganesha, he holds the entire cosmos within his tummy. 7 of the realms above, 7 of the realms of the nether worlds, and 7 of the realms on this physical plane. Hence 21 altogether. Lord Ganesh eats 21 different kinds of dishes and his belly big like this. When you're having puja in your home and you see the Baba tell you offer sweet rice to Lord Ganesha, don't take the spoon and pinch 3 grain of rice and say, Baba, here. Take a whole spoon and feed Baba Ganapati. Give Lord Ganesh Baba enough. You make a whole pot of sweet rice and you tell Baba, just bring a little bit sona. Yeah, just that's enough. Yeah, keep the rest. Keep the rest for what? Offer wholeheartedly to God. Tonight you're here. You're not just giving anything physically. Give your heart to God. Give your attention to God. Is God worth your time? Every bit of your time. Is God worth your time, friends? Every bit of who you are. I'll tell you a magical experience I had. When we had come with the procession on the Saturday, and we had come to the home, just being on the vehicle with all the Ganeshas, it felt so divine, out of this world. While cars are passing, you can even care less about who's there and who's not even there. But there was a divine experience where at that moment, I remember telling Rishi, we heard there was so much rain coming down the road. From the minute we were about to leave Karani, we heard that it was storming heavily in Chagonas and South. And I said to Rishi, Rishi ji, just look up in the sky. Bhagwan knows your heart. You have all these beautiful Lord Ganeshas. Say your prayer and just tell Baba, clear the clouds like this. And Rishi looked up and he said, well, Bappa Moria. I don't know what he do. And whole road to all those who came with us, you could have realized that the sun went down. The skies were slightly dark. But yet at the same time, the wind was cool and it was beautiful for Lord Ganesh Baba just to come. And that wasn't the experience. What I'm getting at is, when we came and we placed down the murtis, and I looked at them, I said, Rishi, I pulled him one side, I said, Rishi, here now, look how beautiful Baba looks. Look at the way they create Lord Ganesh Baba made out of mud and earth, and they've taken their imagination. Look how beautiful. How many people are blessed to worship Baba in this way and in this medium? Probably, you know, not everybody can, because you must be able to also afford it. And you know what he said to me? This was the magical one. He said, Baba, let me tell you something. He said, you see all of this? He said, all of this, don't study money and wealth and prosperity. Don't study nothing. He said, when you could stand by Lord Ganesh Baba and just look at him, and all your paws could raise at ends in seconds, money doesn't matter. A house doesn't matter. Wealth doesn't matter. Health doesn't matter. Nothing matters in the world. And that is how you're supposed to live in this world. When you can give up the world to stand by God and feel at all ends His energy, what else really matters in this world? What do you want in this world? How to get peace in this world? What do you really want to achieve? The more you achieve is the more you want. Not so. But when you can feel the infinite bliss and energy of God, what do you really want after that? There's nothing in comparison to that. That is why tonight and for the rest of the nice devotees, embrace Lord Ganesha. Come up to Him. Nobody say you could come and you can't come and he could come and she can't come, you know. Everybody come forward, and at the end of the yagya, walk up to Baba. When you come at the beginning of the yagya, walk up. Don't wait for anybody to call you. Go to Baba, kneel down, lie down flat if you want. Pray to Lord Ganesha. These forms are here to absorb your energies and to re-energize you. Take advantage of the opportunity. Lord Ganesha, when his belly is filled, and is filled to capacity, it is said, he tells his mother, Ma, you know what? I want to go back to my place now because I want to relax now, my belly too full. How do you feel when your belly too full? How do you feel when your belly too full? You only need to eat chana and aloo like me 3 times a day and you go see what happens. When your belly too full, how do you feel? You just want to sprawl out, you just want to lie down, you don't even want to move, you don't even want to roll. Lord Ganesh Baba, he had to sit on his mushak and go down the road. He has to go home. Poor mouse, poor little mushak, see Baba like this come in. And the mushak is saying, Hare Baba, walk now, let's walk now. And Baba says, don't worry. I will make myself as light as a feather. And they close his eyes, and with the snap of a finger, it is said as light as a feather. He sits in the mushak, and while he sits there, he's about to now go on his journey as he's about to go back home. But while he sits there, he's uneasy. Belly going so. Kya baat? Belly is uneasy, and the Lord is going home now. And while he's going, the mouse is moving. Something happens. It is said, the Lord is about to climb an inclined path. He's about to go up a little hill. And while the mouse is going up and trying to still pull the weight of Lord Ganesha, he's holding on to the reins of the mouse and he's going up the hill. And while he's going up and he reaches 3/4 way, Nagadevata Trahima Pahima Nagadevata Trahima Pahima. A snake is about to pass. The snake sees Lord Ganesha going up the hill. And the snake now decides to pass and to cross this path. And as soon as the snake crosses the path, the Mushak, the mouse, sees a snake and he jumps back. And when he jumps back, poor Lord Ganesha, he already can't balance himself. He falls off the back of the mouse and he starts to roll down the hill. And listen what happens. When he starts to roll down the hill, most beautifully, it is said that path was lined with tulsi plants. And it said the moon was shining so bright. It was a beautiful night. And as soon as Tulsi Mata starts to laugh, Lord Ganesh Baba got up. He got up so angrily. And he says, why are you laughing at me? Aren't you my sister? Isn't it that as a brother and as a sister, you're supposed to stand up with me? Isn't it as brothers and family and friends and loved ones, you're supposed to help one another, not put down one another? And when he looked at Tulsi Mata, it is said the mother, she felt the anger of the Lord. And she put her hands together. Maaf kijiye na. It is said when Lord Ganesh Baba fell off the Mushak, he started to roll down the hill. And while he's rolling down the hill, Tulsi Mata, it is said the plants of Tulsi Devi have lined that pathway. She starts to laugh. How many people today laugh at one another? How many brothers today look at another brother and laugh at them? How many sisters today look at a sister or their own brother and laugh at them? In today's world, how many brothers and sisters work together? How many brothers and sisters come together, my dear friends, putting aside differences and trying to get the better of everything in this world, rather than living and dwelling on negative things? While in our message it said Tulsi Mata starts to laugh, Lord Ganesh walks up to her. He says, aren't you my sister? Why are you laughing at me for? Before you come and you give me a hand and you lift me so I can stand up properly, you laugh at me? From today, don't ever come around me. From this moment, don't ever come around me. That is why we do not offer tulsi leaves to Lord Ganesha. But there's an exception. Lord Krishna gave Tulsi Mata a blessing and he says, I promise you that with every offering that is given in any puja, if there's no tulsi leaf, no devatas will receive it because it must pass through me first. So now there's contradiction. How could Lord Krishna bless her that nobody will be able to stop her? But Lord Ganesh Baba says, I don't want you here. Bhagwan Shri Krishna, it is said at that moment, he appears to clear the situation. And when he appears there, Shriman Narayana Narayana Narayan Shriman Narayana Narayana Narayan Lakshmi Narayana Narayana Narayan. Boliye Lakshmi Narayana. All together sabko. Ganapati Bappa, Ganapati Bappa. Lovely. Shriman Narayana Narayana Narayan Shriman Narayana Narayana Lakshmi Narayana Lakshmi Narayana Narayana Narayan. It is said, Bhagwan Vishnu, he appears. He says, Lord Ganesh Baba, because of a promise and a word that I gave, I cannot take it back. Haath jod kar, my hands are together today. Can you please forgive her? How many people find it hard to forgive people today? Do you know many people stand mighty and powerful and strong, and the hardest thing to do is to say, I forgive you? And while it is the hardest thing for many people to say, I forgive you, do you know how it is the hardest thing for many people to do wrong and say, I'm sorry? How many people are strong enough to walk up to you and say, Hannah, you know what? I really wrong, I am sorry. Not many people have that energy within them to say, I am sorry. Not many people have that attitude of forgiving. Forgive and forget. How many people can do it? You say, Baba, you already know, na? If you really know the situation, we are only human beings in this world. And God says at one point we must transcend from our attitudes to become a better person. We cannot have the negative attitudes in our mind and internally we want to play as though we are all saintly. Friends and bhaktas, according to the words of Baba Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai, he gave in a beautiful message according to the book of wisdom. He says you cannot drink in a glass that is shining and sparkling outside but inside has moss. Would you drink in such a glass? If the glass looking real nice, and when time to put your mouth, you see that moss inside, will you drink? You cannot expect to be here tonight and you're looking all fancy and all nice. And when you stand by the murti and you're about to pray, you give a kotai and say, "What? I hope you talk to me tonight and we can go deal with you. I hope you look at me now because you will see what happened tonight. It's me and he tonight." Cleanse your mind. Cleanse your thoughts. Come with a positive attitude. Come with a positive mentality. Come with a positive vibe. Come with a positive thought. Be open-minded. Be open-minded because the world is filled of pairs of opposites. Wherever there is good, there will be bad. Wherever there is bitterness, there will be sweetness. There are only pairs of opposites that is called Raga, Dvesh in Sanskrit. And if you can understand that, then all will be well. According to a katha, when Tulsi Mata started to laugh at Lord Ganesha, he says, "You cannot come next to me. I don't want you next to me forever." Bhagwan Vishnu says, "You must forgive her to an extent." And there he says, "Well, I will give one exception. Only on my birthday like today, she will be able to come by me. Only on the birthday of Lord Ganesha, you will be able to offer Tulsi to Lord Ganesh, but every other day, stay far." Simple. In that way, I will fulfill your promise, Shri Krishna, and in the other way, I will then keep up my respect for myself because she laughed at me when I fell. According to Ramayana and Ramchatramanas, it is said Tulsi Mata, her energy was so powerful. It says, "Us mahal par se Shri Ram ji ke ayudha dhanush baan ankit hai, aur uski shobha वान नातीत है, वहां तुलसी का ने आया नया नया वृक्ष समुद्र को देख कर कपिराज श्री राम श्री हनुमान जी हसनेत हुआ बना हुआ." It is said when Hanumanji, he had gone to Lanka and he landed in Lanka, it is said he started to smell the sweet fragrance of the Tulsi. He followed the scent and he walked up to that path in which he was smelling, and when he reached there, he saw an abundance of Tulsi growing right there. "हे पवन पुत्र, अब मेरे रहना के द्वार के सुनो, मैं यहाँ वैसे ही रखता हुआ जैसे दाता के बच पर ही है। हे तात, मुझे अनाथ जानकर सूर्य भगवान के लिए के स्वामी श्री रामचंद्र जी ने के क्या मुझसे पर अनुग्रह करिया." Ramayana says beautifully, according to Sundarkan, when he saw the Tulsi, he looked at Bhagwan Surya and he put his hands together and he says, "I thought Lanka was only filled with Rakshasas. But if Tulsi could grow here, this is an auspicious place." Wherever Tulsi grows, that place is auspicious. How many people have Tulsi by your house? Put up hands. How many people don't have? Don't afraid to put it up, we might give you a plant after. If for some reason or the other you would have disrespected Tulsi Mata by breaking her branches, those are the warnings. Never break the branch of Tulsi. Never break out the head of Tulsi, because one day she'll come and break your head. Never step on the tree. Never damage her. Never cross her over. Never disrespect her. She is a goddess and she's the incarnation of Goddess Lakshmi. Goddess Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth. So if you heard the goddess of wealth and you realize money running out, don't blame nobody. You would have damaged your own karma. You could have created your own karma by stepping on her. When Hanumanji saw Tulsi, he started to dance. Tonight in the same way, my dear friends and bhaktas, it is said while Lord Ganesha saw Tulsi Mata, he looked at her and he says, "Devi, I considered you a sister, but today you have turned your back on me when you laughed at me." How many friends do you have in your life? How many people could you consider to be a real friend? I always go by that beautiful proverb. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Who is there to really help you? I'm not going to ask the question. But a yagya has taken place. How many help did you get? May Rishi say here what? I will organize everything myself. It is not for him, but out of our heart and contentment to the Divine Lord, how many of us render assistance? Not just the yagya here. What about a mandir? What about mandirs who are celebrating this yagya this time? How many people gave assistance? How many people, and nobody say you have to give all the money you have, you know. How many people say, "Yeah, but I will come and just sweep the yard for you a little bit." How many people came and said, you know what, I'm going to that mandir because they have Utsav festival. I will go and help them clean the wall and probably help them paint a little bit. It takes just a helping hand. The hands that serve are greater than the hands that pray, Baba says. Remember that. The hands that serve are greater than the hands that pray. It is said while Lord Ganesha speaks to Tulsi Mata, he looks above and he sees Chandramadev and he says, you were laughing too? I will shrap you today for that. Because you laugh at me also, I now finish with my sister Tulsi. Now I will deal with you. What does he do? He says, from this day, whenever my birthday comes, if anybody looks at you, they will be blamed for something that they didn't do. Have you ever been blamed for something you didn't do? Well, Jai Bhagwan, don't tell the Baba get that too. He says, today is my birthday, and if anybody looks at you on my birthday, I shrap you that on my birthday, if anybody glances at you, they'll be blamed for something they didn't do. And in order to nullify that, you must come to my yagya, you must listen to my kathas, you must sit by my feet, and you must allow my energy to flow. And when my energy touches you, I will break that spell. So from tomorrow night, we can fill the stage if we want. From tomorrow night, you can sit at the feet of Lord Ganesh Baba. You can surround him anywhere you want to surround him. Because to those who will sit at his feet, that is where the nectar will flow. That is where the energy will flow. Remember, you must be thirsting for the energy of God, for that energy to be there. That is why it goes like this. Isko pe kar aur pila kar. Isko pe kar aur pila kar. बन जा तो मटवाला 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 हरि नाम का प्यारा अरे पीले 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 हरि नाम का प्यारा. What is pile? Pile means what? Pile means what? The elders would have spoken in a broken language. Sometimes they would have spoken in Bhojpuri, a little bit like Hindi, and they would have said, "Piyo na," meaning drink something na. Meaning what? Drink what? Hare pile, 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 pile. Drink what? Hari Naam ka. Hari, the name of Hari. Pyara, with love. Isko pee kar aur pila kar. Isko pee kar aur pila kar. Ban ja tu matwala, matwala, matwala. Hari Naam ka pyara. We must have a burning desire for God's energy, and He will bless you. From tomorrow night, anybody wants to come forward, sit down at the feet of Baba, you can do so. The closer you are to Bhagwan, the better. You know, when we go yagya, we looking for the back seat first. No offense to the back seat people. But when we go yagya, we want the back seat first, because we could hide from the Baba. Because if the Baba look at me, we got to sing. Come to the front. That is where all the blessings are given. That is where all the laddus are being shared. That is where all the energies of God has been transferred. Come to the front. The energy says tonight, or scripture says tonight, while Lord Ganesh Baba looks at the moon, he says, remember something. From today, it will be known to the world that when my birthday comes, I don't want you to come around. And if anybody looks at you, there will be problems and there will be chaos. And what happens then? Beautifully, Lord Ganesha, he keeps the Lord Chandrama in his mind. Do you know people who keep people in mind? You see how many things come out of this gatha? Do you know how many people say, they talk to one another and they say, here now, you know what? I forgive him, you know, but I will never forget what he do. You know people like that? I forgive him, you know, but I will never forget what he did to me. We must learn to forgive and forget. What happens now? Lord Ganesha looks at the moon and he says, you laugh at me? I go do for you. It is said he's a child, he's Lord Ganesha, he's a child, he's holding it in his mind and he's hurt. So guess what? Everybody has gone. Lord Vishnu goes. Tulsi Mata goes. Ganapati Baba, he calls his Moshak and he sits on the Moshak. And when he sits on the Moshak, he says, let's go home. And he goes home now. And he sits down and he devises a plan and he's about to think about something. You know what he thinks about? He says, I remember you, Chandrama. I know what will happen now. He remembers his father. His father is who? Bhagwan Shankar. Lord Ganesh never forgets Chandramadev. Lord Ganesh says in his mind, you know what, I will come back for you. He remembers his father, Lord Shiva. And he goes that afternoon by Bhagwan Shankar. Lord Shiva is seated in Kailash Parvat. He's in meditative mode. And he's meditating. And while he's meditating, Lord Ganesh Baba, he goes up to Bhagwan Shiva, his father. And he sees the moon, the crescent moon on the jata. Lord Shiva has a moon on his jata. And he looks at the moon and he says, today I will catch you now. I don't need to come in the skies to find you. Today I will catch you. And it is said he tiptoes and he climbs upon Bhagwan Shankar, his father. And when he stands next to his father, he stretches little Lord Ganesha and he grabs hold of the moon. And he says to you, today I will deal with you. My father will not save you today. He says, I will deal with you. And as Lord Ganesh Baba holds on to the moon, he jumps down from that Parvat. And when he comes down, at that said moment, Nandi the bull was coming. Nandi is coming and he says, Hare Baba, what are you doing? And Lord Ganesh Baba looks at him and he starts to run. Like a child who steals something and starts to run. Ganesh Baba starts to run. The moon is in his hand. And while the moon is in his hand, where does he go?